Why is Jin upset? BTS comeback delay leaves fans wondering. When a BTS member subtly expresses dissatisfaction with his agency's decision, the public has every reason to ask, what is really happening behind the scenes of South Korea's entertainment industry? Jin's statement alluding to his lack of control over BTS's comeback timing, accompanied by BigHit Music's complete silence, has sparked a wave of speculation that is hard to ignore. Is this merely a technical obstacle, or a sign of deeper internal tensions? Jin's frustration did not come without reason. He had just completed most of his military service, and the public viewed this as the perfect moment for BTS to return to the stage as a group. However, the absence of any official information about a comeback schedule has left fans frustrated, especially when Jin, known for being calm and professional, began publicly showing signs of impatience. That fact alone is enough to suggest that serious dynamics are at play. Some internal sources reported that Jin had repeatedly asked for clarity on the comeback plans from management, both in formal meetings and informally. However, the answers he received were deemed unsatisfactory and overly diplomatic. This raises a bigger question. Why can't an agency as large as BigHit Music provide a clear answer to one of its main artists? In an online community post, Jin wrote that he was eager to return to work, but also added that he wasn't the one deciding the timing. That sentence sparked widespread interpretations from fans and media, who then associated it with the possibility of conflicting views between BTS members and management. Many speculated that the delay was not entirely due to technical or strategic reasons, but was caused by ineffective internal communication. BigHit Music's silence has made the situation worse. So far, not a single official statement has been made explaining the reason for the comeback delay. Their response to media inquiries has been limited to generic phrases like "still considering various factors," without giving a concrete picture. This lack of clarity is seen as the main trigger for unrest among fans, who demand transparency from the agency regarding their artists and supporting community. In a broader context, this comeback delay also reveals potential issues in HYB label's internal governance, the parent company of BigHit. With numerous cross-unit projects and global strategies in progress, the company's focus may be divided. However, it's hard to justify sidelining BTS, a group that put HYB on the world stage, in their short-term priorities. Fans believe that if BTS is no longer at the center of strategy, a major shift must be taking place. Moreover, this situation is complicated by the military status of the other members. RM, Suga, jhope, and Jimin are still in active service. Jungkook and V are reportedly engaged in solo activities. Amid this vacuum, Jin is the only member physically and mentally ready to return to BTS work. When that readiness is met with insufficient managerial action, his frustration becomes entirely understandable. Speculation has intensified. Some industry observers suspect a difference in vision between management and artist. Is BigHit crafting a new concept for BTS? Or are they facing logistical challenges yet to be disclosed? The public also hasn't ruled out the possibility that this is all part of a marketing strategy, creating anticipation through uncertainty. However, without clear communication, such theories will only become wild rumors that continue to grow. What's certain is that the tension between Jin and BigHit opens a new discourse about artist-agency relationships in the K-pop industry. BTS has long been seen as a model of harmonious collaboration between creators and management. But the current situation shows that even the strongest partnerships are not immune to friction. When a main artist shows dissatisfaction and the agency chooses silence, the space for speculation will be filled by public opinion, which is not always accurate. Fan responses were swift and intense. Hashtags supporting Jin emerged across social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and Weverse. Many believe that Jin has every right to feel disappointed, especially after fulfilling his national duty and returning with the spirit to continue his artistic work. The pressure on BigHit to provide clarification is mounting. Yet still, there is no clarity. BTS's comeback remains indefinitely delayed. This raises a critical question. Does this delay reflect a temporary issue? or signal a major shift in BTS's direction. Jin's subtle expression of frustration has signaled that the situation may not be as simple as it seems on the surface. In the entertainment world, where strategy, perception, and public emotion are carefully managed, distinguishing between reality and design is increasingly difficult. But one thing remains clear. When an artist feels unheard and management cuts off communication, the integrity of their relationship must be questioned. Therefore, the fundamental question is no longer just when will BTS come back, but has shifted to why is the comeback delayed, and why did Jin feel the need to express his frustration publicly? When clarity is not provided, the public will keep questioning, and that uncertainty itself can be a serious reputational threat, both for the artist and the agency. Amid the noise of coverage, media spotlight, and waves of public opinion, a more fundamental and perhaps more important question arises. Does Jin's anger and BTS's comeback delay truly reflect reality? Or are we part of a deliberately crafted narrative to stir attention in an increasingly saturated market? Currently, the circulating information about the tension between Jin and BigHit music mostly comes from video snippets, comment clips on platforms like TikTok, Twitter speculation, and individual interpretations of Weverse community posts. These fragments, though tempting and seemingly convincing, cannot be confirmed as true without official confirmation. So let us ask, do we really know what's happening, or do we just want to believe that we do? In today's entertainment world, increasingly dependent on algorithms and viral exposure, uncertainty can be a powerful marketing tool. When there is no clarity, the public tends to fill the void with opinion. As opinions become the dominant narrative, news is created. So, in Jin's case, we must ask, is his disappointment a genuine expression of a neglected artist? Or is he merely playing a role in a larger promotional scenario? Phenomena like this are nothing new. In a highly strategic industry like K-pop, where every artist's move is monitored, calculated, and polished for maximum impact, not everything that appears is pure truth. We cannot rule out the possibility that all of this has been packaged to create hype, stir curiosity, and keep the public's attention even when the group's activities are technically inactive. So, we must ask further. Are we as information consumers truly able to distinguish between reality and fabrication? Or have we become accustomed to accepting narratives at face value because they are easier, more emotional, and more enjoyable to believe? Let us reflect on our own reactions. When reading this news, did you feel angry at BigHit? Sympathy for Jin? Confused by the situation? Or did you immediately search for clips claimed to be evidence? If yes, then you are already part of today's information.